This week on our farm in Portugal, we're sharing what I think is one of John's most ingenious projects yet. This is something he's been dreaming up since we got here. And with some help from some cousins from South Africa, it is finally time to fill the pool. First though, there's a throne to be built. What on earth could we be talking about? Well, keep watching and you'll find out. We are the newbies, John, Tara and Crusoe, and we've been living an extraordinary life, committed to making our minutes and seconds count. For the last 2 years, we've been living in vans and travelling the world.
Something's just happened.
I could be wrong, but I think there's a chicken. Crusoe has already been to 23 countries on 4 continents. We have fed giraffe, faced down elephants, kayaked with humpbacks, and played with meerkats. We've taken some of the world's greatest hikes, visited the world's greatest cities, and seen some of nature's greatest spectacles. We even got married by a penguin, but that's another story. Now it's time for our biggest challenge yet. We've bought an abandoned farm in northern Portugal, and our mission is to turn the overgrown wreck into an off-grid sustainable place that we can call home. Join us and follow our journey. Be brave, think big, explore.
Welcome back to the newbies. We are this week going to try and turn this bunch of cement blocks that we stuck together last week into something a little bit special. Fingers crossed we can do it. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be, but we've got some really great ideas. Nardis and I, we've been talking a little bit about what to do and how we can do it. We don't really know yet, but I'm sure we'll work it out. What would be ideal is if we found a pipe.
Yeah, you're actually right.
Do you know, we just need a really thick pipe.
Yeah.
Big thick pipe stuck onto some wood. Brilliant. I am a genius. Let's do it.
Nicole and I have decided that we're going to head out onto the farm and do something farmy rather than just be in the kitchen making tarts. So what have you got, buddy? Crusoe is so excited because our apple tree is just starting to grow apples. Well, it's not just starting to grow apples. The apple tree is like now got apples that are big enough for him to see. Is there apples, buddy? So we have to keep an eye on him because he's constantly trying to pull the apples off. Anyway, Nicole and I are going to go and plant some kiwi vines, which we bought. If you watched one of our previous episodes, you know that we bought one kiwi vine, which was an error. Because you need a male and a female kiwi in order to get kiwis. So we went and bought a male and a female kiwi, and now we don't know who the other one is, but we'll soon find out. And they need to get into the ground.
Okay, off in search of a piece of pipe. I think I remember from a previous project, and I can't remember what project it was, but I think I remember seeing a big piece of thick pipe in the garage, the not garage. So we'll have a look for that. Hello, my darling, what are you up to?
Hello, my love. Well, I was just having a look here at the outdoor bathroom and thinking Nicole and I might get those kiwis in the ground.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. The ground around here is pretty hard, so you might need something, I don't know, to break the soil before you dig the hole.
Yeah? How are you guys getting on?
Well, we've got an idea to build a throne in the swimming pool, and I've got this like idea with the arms.
Yeah?
I'm going to put something together.
A throne?
Yeah, like kind of like squirrely arms and stuff. It'll be fun.
Love your imagination, my darling.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Okay, so these kiwis are going, obviously, down here in our outdoor shower, which hasn't had any extra work done to it yet. But we still have grand ambitions to make it the outdoor bathroom of our dreams. But for now, we're just going to plant these lovely kiwis into the ground so they can give us a little bit more privacy. Where do you want these kiwis, my love?
What, in the ground?
Yeah, but whereabouts? Where should we dig the holes?
Well, next to each other.
Okay.
Girls and boys like to hang out.
Yeah.
So that's where they should be. Let's try and make them grow up the side of our wonderful sunshine there.
Okay.
And if we can make it so that they sort of are in line of fire for the water that comes off the shower. Kiwis do like quite a lot of water.
Okay.
And we're showering.
So if we just put them down the bottom there, at the bottom of the sunshine, and put one up that end and the one up this side, is that okay?
I think that'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
Okay, cool, perfect.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
And I think Nicole should do the digging. She's the Olympian.
Yeah, we have had this discussion.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you tell the world that Nicole was the goal scorer for South Africa, the only goal scorer in the Olympic Games? Pretty special stuff.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw the goal myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
And it was against GB as well.
It was
That's
against England,
Yeah.
which are the best hockey team in the world. No, the
No.
best goalie in the world.
Yeah, the best goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper in the world. She scored against the best goalkeeper in the world.
Well, of course, the best goalkeeper in the world would be English.
The only thing I have to say about it is it's good genes.
Yeah, must be.
I inspired her
It's
as
in
a
the
young
family.
child.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right, get digging, Olympian.
Alrighty.
Olympian.
So, these holes have to be 1 meter by 1 meter.
Lies, Crusoe. It's lies.
Is he pulling it back in again?
Yeah,
for you?
he is.
That's very helpful, buddy. Hey?
Thanks.
So we just asked the oracle, that is Google, how to plant a kiwi vine, and it says they have to be planted 10 to 15 feet apart. So we're thinking maybe we need to space them out a bit more. I do know from previous research that they really like growing next to grapevines. So I think if we put one this end and one that end and the grapes are kind of interspersed, I think they all help each other with nutrition in the soil. So that should work really well. So let's do that, Tinks.
Cool.
So one here and one over there next to the grapevine, I think will work really well. We need to call for reinforcements. All our labours are being scuppered.
All my hard work, Crusoe.
What are you saying? Foul play. Look at this. The Olympians picked up a spade and she's pretending to work. Unbelievable. Next thing you know, they'll be making Crusoe dig the hole.
So we've been defeated by an oak, a baby oak tree. Crusoe is filling the hole faster than we dig it. And if we're honest, this isn't as fun as we thought it was going to be.
I suppose I'm going to have to do it. I don't know. For a minute there, Nicole was saying, film me plant the tree. I'm like, no, I'm not filming you plant the tree. I dug the hole.
I definitely think we get an A for effort.
When you were at the Olympics, did you get like a certificate to say I was at the Olympics?
Yeah, we did.
You
And
did?
we got like an Olympic number.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you kept it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And then like we have like the right to at the end of our name put like OLY.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. For Olympics.
What, like a BSc or a BA or something? So what question do you get asked most about being an Olympian?
I guess people ask like how was the whole experience?
Yeah.
Like, they were like how was it like to participate or compete at the Olympics?
Yeah? And how was it?
Yeah, it was epic. It was literally like life-changing. It was like even though we're in the middle of a pandemic, it was epic being in like a village with like elite athletes that like you see on TV, and yeah, it was really cool.
Were you scared?
No.
How did it feel when you scored that goal? I bet you were just like, what?
Yeah, I actually couldn't believe my luck.
Yeah? Luck?
Yeah.
No, man. Olympians aren't lucky.
That was very cool, and it was like on my 50th cap as well. So it was the 50th game I played,
Yeah.
and then scored the goal. So it was like the cherry on top of the cake. It was very cool.
All right. Well, let's get this tree planted.
All right, it's almost in. I started getting sand lobbed in my face, so I evacuated.
Okay, let's just leave the girls to it. They can finish off now the holes are dug. Go and have a look and see what we've got in the garage. There it is. Look.
Lovely.
That's about perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if we use a bit of tape rather than gluing would be good. We've got some wood here that we could use as well. Pretty handy. If we put some metal rods in the wall, that'll help reinforce it. What else have we got lying around? We've got a lot of these terracotta hexagonals we could use. It feels like a bit of a travesty to be using those things. Use it to build it up, maybe. I don't know. Right, there we go. So we got that. Open that up just a little bit, and then it's going to be, now all we've got to do is work out how to connect the pipe to that armrest. Tricky. One. Yeah,
That looks good.
looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now what we need to do is it will need to be supported, and we'll have to put some rebar through it so it holds it together, and a whole bunch of maybe chicken wire, something like that. I think we've got some of that lying around, and then we just need to get that piece of wood that comes up from the side, which should be pretty easy to do. Yeah, so we want that like that, and then this to attach kind of like that. If we were to do that, what do you think? The tape. We could be drilling it, we could be screwing it, but I just got this feeling that the screws will not be as good. All right, I think that that's going to work. That is extremely unconventional way of doing things, but it's a really temporary structure. I'm going to hopefully get 2 arms out of it. Don't need more than that. And this these tapes nowadays, they're so strong and they're so sticky. I think that that's good enough to hold that for the length of time I need it to hold. There we go. We can pop that. We can safely say, okay, that's it. That can go in place now. Maybe we want it at slightly less of an angle like that. There we go. And then we pop that like that. We'll tape that into place as well. And we've got the beginnings of an arm. We're going to want to reinforce this arm so that when Tara's having a gin and tonic post newborn baby, she doesn't fall off the edge and it doesn't collapse on her. So just put in a hole here, and I found this this rebar in the Knot garage. So we've got a couple of points there, and we'll have one point here. That should be enough, we hope. Okay, all right, so that goes in there. I love that Knot garage. You can find anything you need in there. Brilliant. I think we're ready for some cement. I'm also making this cement mix a little bit stronger, so I'm doing it 3 parts sand, 1 part cement instead of 4 parts sand, 1 part cement. It'll be a lot stronger on the arm, and that I think is probably a good idea. Tara and those gin and tonics, you never know what's going to happen. Okay, moment of truth. I think the easiest way to do this is to start off by just putting the first few bricks in, get them into place. I think we're going to need another breeze block just to support, structural support. It'll come away when everything's dry. But for now, yeah, let's just see how it goes. No idea. Let's see. It could be a complete cock-up. In which case, the thumbnail to this vlog will be massive fail. Oh, that's a great consistency, that is. Love it. Okay, so that's how we're going to leave it for now. We're going to just wait for that cement to dry and cure off, and then we can open it up and have a look what we've got. Do the other side, see how it is.
Well done. Cannot wait for the day where I could be sat in there sipping a gin and tonic with my arm resting on the arm.
Okay, Nardus and I are back with our throne here in the middle of our knot swimming pool. There's lots of knot things on this farm. But today the plan is to try and finish off these armrests that we started a couple of days ago now. Turned out really strong. I'm really pleased with that. That steel that we put in there to hold them straight is doing its job really nicely. So we're going to mix some more cement and we're going to start fiddling around with molds and shapes a little bit and see where we get to. And of course, if you've got any ideas or questions about what we're doing right here, please always feel free to leave us a comment below. We love hearing from you. Sometimes we sit there and we read a comment and we go, yeah, you know what? We should really do that. All right, so what we're going to do for the arms is we're going to use that pipe again. We just propped it up with a few pieces of wood. The plan will be just to throw a bunch of cement in there, a couple of rocks, and hope it stays in place, and then we can get that arm going, looking pretty good. Of course, it's not going to be a finished product. All we're doing today is just building up the old cement arms and building up the cement a little bit more so that when we do the final fix, if you like, we can then start rounding it off and make it look nice before we paint it. Oh, that was a hard work. Hot morning, Nardis.
Very.
Yeah. But we have got the foundations now, basically, of the entire seating throne area done. Next step will be to finish it off. It'd be really great to think that maybe this afternoon, first thing tomorrow morning, we can come, we can just finish that off, and then in a day or two, we can look at painting this, and then, who knows? We could start filling it with water. You ready for a swim, Nardis?
Definitely. Can't wait.
Brilliant. Okay, so we went to the hardware store earlier today and we picked up some of this swimming pool cement so that we can cover all of what we've already built with this very waterproof, really easy to spread on cement. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to cover the whole thing in this, and then the next thing will be to paint it. Starting to look quite good now. The last thing that we're doing right now is we've taken a paintbrush and we've been pretty rubbish at flattening it out with a spatula or with a trowel. We found that quite difficult. So what we're doing is we're flattening out as much as possible with the trowel, and then we're using a paintbrush just to kind of smooth it out. It's starting to look great.
Well, it is a big, big day today. John and Nardis finished off the bench in the swimming pool yesterday evening with a few beers and in the dark. I don't actually think they filmed very much of it at all. But this morning, we're cleaning out the pool, getting rid of all of the tools and the cement mixing equipment. And we're going to put down the first coat of paint. So it's going to hopefully start looking a little bit more like something that we could actually sit in, which is perfect timing because this weekend, I think most days are getting up to 38 degrees. So it's going to be hot, and somewhere wet and cold to sit would be great. Hello.
Okay, so here we are.
Here we are.
Did you explain?
Big day, I did. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we finished it. Our sofa. One of the cool things about this is that in the end we ended up using a paintbrush to get the final finish. 2 reasons for that. After a few beers and late at night, getting it all straight and angular was a little bit tricky. And also, actually, with the rounded edges and the curves and everything, it looks a little bit cozier, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Don't
it
you
does.
think?
It looks
more
beautiful.
comfortable,
Yeah.
even though it's still made out of cement. This is Joao, by the way, everybody. Joao's going to be helping us out in the coming weeks and months. He's from one of the neighbouring farms.
I think our actual neighbours,
Our actual
just
neighbours.
across the hedge.
Yeah, but yeah. So next step is for the girls. I think it's definitely a girl job. Yeah, to be painting the pool.
Okie
Are
dokie.
you up for it, darling?
Of course we're up for it. I can't wait. Crusoe, are you up for it? I still can't quite believe that you built that using duct tape.
Yeah, why not, man? Fun project.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
It's completely bonkers. Right, it's time to paint the swimming pool. So, first things first, it needs to be cleaned. Get all of that cement dust out. And this is actually something that I can contribute to. Concrete work, really not my bag.
I'm going to wander up there and I'm going to give Tara help with this one. It's a bit of a gnarly job, but as soon as we've cleaned it out, we can definitely start to look to paint it, and that'll be great fun.
Off to get the hoover. I think that's going to work a lot better. That dust is really, really hectic, and we certainly don't want it under the paint because the paint won't stick, and we certainly don't want it in the pool because it will be dirty. So let's see if we can clear it up nicely.
Plug it in and hoover up, I think that's it. So before we do the hoovering, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to take up all of the scuffs on the floor here that we've created when we've been mixing cement, and we're going to use a hammer and a chisel. Probably the chisel on its own is going to be good enough. We've also got this is an old piece of cement from the chicken shed where we got all the bricks from, and I'm going to use this as a sandpaper for the cement, so hopefully we'll be able to smooth off any rough edges just using this. Works really well. Come and look at this. Here's a great example. We've got a bit of a rough edge here. Doesn't look good. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to sand it off. There you go, concrete sandpaper. Brilliant. All right, well, Tara's hoovering away back there. Feels a bit weird to be hoovering outside, but it's definitely doing the trick. It's a very good idea. Well, she's hoovering back there. I'm going to go and get some paint brushes and some rollers, and we can start looking to get the paint on. I'm so excited. How you doing, my darling? You're nearly done.
Coming along, I am nearly done, yeah.
Great.
Wow, that's so exciting, isn't it?
Off we go.
Off we go to the races.
Tara's just nipped off to put Crusoe to sleep. That was a little bit afternoon kip. And I think by the time she gets back, we'll have finished this. I can't believe it. It's the first time I've looked up since we started painting. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Looks amazing, eh?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's the second coat done. All we got to do now is sit and wait 24 hours. We can start putting water in here. Brilliant.
Huge moment, team.
Huge moment. It's been 21 hours since we painted this last time.
We're supposed to wait for 24, but
We're supposed to wait for
I don't
24.
think the bucket accounted for 38-degree temperatures.
I think we're good to go. Good. A little bit more. Another 20, 30 centimeters. Bit more. That's it.
Okay.
Pretty good. There it is. Yeah!
I love it.
If anybody's got any suggestions at how we can look after this pool without actually having a proper swimming pool, which is what we'd really like, because this is a working piece of water, do drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Any idea, anything that you can think of would be great. For now though, Nardis is going to go and get in the chilliest water of his life.
Great. Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's cold. Cheers.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Oh, what a view.
Well, that's another project completed. That's another project. It will. That's another project completed here on the farm, and it's been a really well-timed, great fun one. Hot, hot, hot out there. Super cool in here. Thanks very much again for being here and watching. Crusoe's got a lot to say. He's always got a lot to say. Thanks very much again for watching and being here with us. Please do remember, like,
Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications.
And leave a comment.
we'd love to hear from you. And we'd love to know what you think of our throne and our pool. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Oh my goodness, Mr. Cozy, that's pretty cool, isn't it, eh? Are you chilling now? Are you chilling?